I know you want.
Natural. Act natural. I said natural, not dead.
I am. I'm naturally dead. Hey everybody, this is SequelCentric. We take a look at follow-ups in the media to see how they stack up against their predecessor. I am Nathan or Nate, whatever I am. And she is the Martha to my Spencer, the Aunt Nora to my Grandpa Eddie, Sandra.
Hi, Nate.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad.
Excellent. I know we're about a day or two late on this one. Because you know,
couple hours.
Well, that too. But, I kind of want to do this for January to coincide with Winter Emus, because this Jumanji is about
video
being
game
sucked into video games. So
yeah,
a little late, but better late than never.
Yeah.
But you're getting something. You might be getting an extra piece of content for February.
You scrolled right past me. Yikes!
Trying to help.
Quit touching everything.
I know.
God.
Every time I think I help, I'm not in reality.
You're like Dr. Grant. All you have to do is touch the screen and.
Jurassic Park reference.
Yeah.
Another
jungle
hell.
Yeah.
And there you go. Connections.
Well, before we start, we'd like to welcome any first timers if you found us, as well as our regulars. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Don't be like Mother Tucker.
Well, if you don't believe us, ask Mother Tucker. Yeah. Just read what I type. Don't add the... What are you, Kevin Hart or Jack Black, where you get the ad lib?
I do whatever I want.
Okay. If Stuff's in the Stuffy is in the chat, we're supposed to get a voice check.
Oh crap!
Sound check.
we laid smack on Mother Tucker, and she's in the chat.
Oh, she is?
Hi, Mama.
Hi.
I love you.
It's all me.
He made me do it.
Yeah, it wasn't your favorite child. Okay. If you're looking for additional SequelCentric content, head on over to patreon.com, and for a mere $1, you can access around an extra 22 pieces of content right now. Sound check with Mother Tucker or Steph. Are we good? Okay, well, yeah, I guess if...
No, you're not. I am.
Okay.
Steffi says she's the favorite. In what universe?
Okay, well.
Hey, Eduardo. He's joining us tonight from nice. Toyota.
Excellent. Excellent. Good to hear. Gabby can watch us later. I know Gabby, Eduardo's dog, likes to watch our tidbits when we do it at 9:30, 10:30. When do we do it on Sunday? Second Sunday of every
10
month.
o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Supposedly.
10:30. Okay, now that we've gotten all that business out of the way, let's talk about Jumanji. So what is your history with the Jumanji franchise, Sandy?
Believe it or not, your sister says your mouth is too low.
Too low? How about now? Can you hear me now? Low? Low.
Let us know how the sound is. We had some sound issues every universe. Yeah, okay.
Gotcha.
I'm going to come visit you in Fantasyland.
Gotcha. I'm going to throw up our first Jumanji pick while we talk about the history of it.
I'm busy.
You're busy.
I'm busy smacking our viewers. Keeping them in line.
Keeping them in line. Well, don't tee off the few ones that we have, I'm trying to hold on to we're trying to hold on to the 75 and get it up to about 100.
Tanner and Jennifer's. There are more than one.
Yeah.
Says hi.
Hey. You get to
Speak
watch.
up, Buttercup.
You get to watch the hot mess for at least the next 5 or so minutes before you get to go home. So, let's talk about the history. Your history, my history. You want me to go first? My history. You want to go?
What?
History with the Jumanji franchise.
I gotta do pictures.
Okay, throw it up.
Hold on here. Oh, wrong pictures.
Still the wrong
Still
picture.
the wrong picture.
You're-
Sorry, guys.
You're rolling to the end of the video. Gotcha.
My bad.
Was that for Jennifer and Tanner, who are not gonna probably won't see the end of the video? So
This is, yeah.
giving them a preview.
That picture?
Yeah, that picture. Gotcha.
There you go. Why is that on?
Okay. Well, I'll start. I'll kick it off first.
There we go.
I've never read the book, but I know you and I both go back to watching the original 1995 Jumanji with Robin Williams.
There's a book.
Yeah, the first movie is based off of the book. It's based off of a book.
Well, damn, I gotta
the
read that book now.
The first Shrek movie was based off of a book that was like 25 pages, 35 pages, something. Anyways, okay, my history with Jumanji, again, goes back.
Hey, Nate, what's your history with Jumanji?
Let me tell you what my history with Jumanji is, Sandy. Obviously, we both saw the original movie, 95, with Robin Williams, Dan and Alan Greer, and a few other people. A young Kristen Dunst is in there. And what's her face from Cheers and Frasier? BB Newworth?
I don't remember the actress's name.
Who played Lilith?
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoyed it a lot when I first heard about the 2017 soft reboot or sequel. I was kind of skeptical, but after watching it, I was, pleasantly surprised, especially, you had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillian. So it wasn't quite the shirt show that I thought it was going to be. And I was ready to watch the sequel, Jumanji: The Next Level, which we are going to be talking about today. What are your feelings? What's your history with the franchise?
My history is with the original movie, and bum 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 bum. We're gonna get some music when I go back here. Hold on. Okay, who moved all my stuff around?
Duff would.
There we go.
Duff would say dead air.
I'm so discombobulated tonight.
Duff would be ashamed.
I don't care. Duff ain't here.
This is true.
Duff's not part of this anymore.
Oh, but he's a founder.
He is one of the founding members, yes.
Gotcha. Let's circle back around. History with Jumanji franchise. So, we saw, since we started dating 30 years ago as of this month, it was 95. So obviously this is a movie we saw together.
Yes.
So what other?
My brain's all over the place.
No problem.
I'm just going to operate the buttons.
Okay. Throw up another Jumanji pick.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll read out some Jumanji facts. Jumanji. Another one besides that one.
I'm going.
Throw up the one with the horse. There we go. Jumanji, the next level.
You want to do this?
I love you. Jumanji, the next level, released on December 13th, 2019. Rated PG-13 with a running time of 123 minutes. Jake Kazan returns as director, which is always great when the director comes back because they know the lore and the history, sort of like Patty Jenkins with Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 1984. Henry Jackman returns to score the music. I enjoyed the music from the Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, the 2017 version, and written by Jake Kasdan, Jeff Pinker, how do you say that? Pinkner, and Scott Rosen, based off of Chris Allen Chris Van Allen Alsberg. I want to say Allensburg. Chris Van Allsburg book of the same name. Thoughts and impressions of this Jumanji movie, which we rewatched just recently?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very entertaining movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want it to be on the posters or on us?
It can be on us right now.
Okay. You sure?
Yep. Someone needs to see all of this.
No, you
all of
don't.
this.
No, you don't.
Okay. Well, that's why you have your crafting channel, so everybody can see your magic
Yeah,
fingers.
I don't have time to do that anymore.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thoughts and impressions
Of what?
of this movie.
I thought I just told you.
Oh, I thought you just started.
No.
Okay. My thoughts and impressions. I agree with you. Very entertaining. I would, like I said in my kind of history, I was kind of skeptical when they were going to release, the latest, the previous version. But after watching that, I was all ramped up to watch this one, which we bought in December for what was it, $5-6 at Best Buy. They had some sort of crazy deal. It was on Blu-ray. We got Blu-ray and DVD. And if anybody knows me, I'm pro physical copy. So watch this, and it was just, I didn't know how they were going to step up their game on this one because they did such a great job. And one thing about, if you watch the trailers on YouTube, the trailers give you enough of a tease and a feel for the movie, but they don't give away everything. So when I saw the trailer for this one, right around, the summer, the fall of 2019, in the trailer, you see Danny DeVito and Danny Glover, as Milo Walker and Grandpa Eddie, and you're like, okay, how do they fit in? Because you already know the dynamics of the first movie and how everything ties together. So they're bringing in new characters. And in my opinion, when you're doing a sequel, it's always risky bringing in new people, because especially if you found a formula that works so good and is tight net, especially with. You got the kid cast or the teenager cast or the young, well, I'm sure they're in their 20s, but they're playing teenagers in high school. And then you got the adult cast of, Rock, Hart, Black, and Gillian, who's most people would know her from either Doctor Who or she plays Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy. So I was delighted, thrilled, and amazed that and this might be tipping off my hand towards the end on whether they're sequels or not, but I was pleasantly surprised. And I think after we watched it, between Christmas and New Year's, a couple of months ago, I think I told you, like, hey, I'd sit down and watch this on any weekend or day off or whatever, because it's a good feel movie. As everybody knows me, there's certain movies that, you can sit down and watch like a good feel movie. Smoking the Bandit 1, good feel movie. Cannonball Run 1, good feel movie. There's some other ones that I won't go into, but just something that you want to entertain. Nothing too serious like a Star Wars movie where you like it or it's heavy in deep thought, or The Matrix or anything like that. Just good feel movie.
Do you want to touch base with those people in chat?
Yes, let's go to the chat.
So, Mother Tucker says that she's only seen the first one. So I don't know if that means the one with Robin Williams, the original.
I'm guessing the one with Robin Williams.
That's what I think. But there's 3 movies, Mother Tucker. There's the one with Robin Williams. There's Welcome to the Jungle, which was the first one of the reboot. Yeah,
where they got sucked into the game. Sorry. No. You mind? No, I will be quiet. I do not want the binky, okay?
Mm-hmm. How would you like my foot?
Well,
we're gonna upgrade. It's the next level.
It's easier. It's quicker access than the binky.
You get that right. Yep. Yeah, so there's Welcome to the Jungle, which was the first one in the reboot with The Rock and the rest of the cast. And then there's the one that we're talking about, which is Next Level,
which is a direct sequel.
Is a direct sequel to Welcome to the Jungle. So, Nathan, would you like to say something?
Well, I mean, besides all your favorite characters from the last movie are in this one, plus some new ones, all the fun and the hijinks between all the protagonists continue to entertain me, and I'm sure the way you were laughing at, you two, and Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, they've done other movies together, and they work so well together. So like how Will Smith and Martin Lawrence worked so well together in the Bad Boy movies. When you get a good pair that works together, like Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy, David Spade and Chris Farley, you want to capitalize on that. So, just adding Jack Black, who's another comedian in there, just rounds out everything. And you want to go to the pros and cons, or is there anything else you want to any other thoughts or impressions about
I
this?
mean, I'm probably going to say the same thing you did. It was a great cast. They did a lot. They worked really good together. They portrayed their characters really good. It's like Kevin Hart, he really, a lot of people are saying, he's just being Kevin Hart, which is fine. That's great that he can, be himself on camera.
Well, Keanu Reeves, people say that. Keanu Reeves is being Keanu Reeves, like in whether it's Bill and Ted or Neo from The Matrix.
Yeah. And, Karen Gillan, she's the I don't know what you'd call her. She likes to kick butt.
Yeah. Ruby Roundhouse.
Ruby Roundhouse is her character.
What was her Killer of Men?
Man killer or something.
Like
yeah,
that.
Mother Tucker would really like her. She's a man killer.
Ruby Roundhouse, Killer of Men, or I don't know, something. I forgot.
Something, yeah.
I could have wrote it down, but it's something to that great. I mean, she's got no problem. I mean,
Jack Black does great, trying to play, high school teenage girl.
Well, that was the first one, but he had a...
And then, the second one, he's trying to, the second one, he's Milo?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, but no.
Oh, Jack Black, sorry.
Jack Black.
Jack Black, he was playing
Fridge.
Anthony. Yeah,
Fridge, yeah. So,
I would say that they, before going into pros and cons, I would definitely, for me, and I only speak for myself, I felt that they upped their game, and the first one was so good. I was figuring, I figure if they can find the second one as just as good as the first one, or if it just dips a little bit, I'm okay. But for me, I think it's like in the title, Next Level. I think they really did a great job upping their game, and I will go into pros and cons on why I feel that that way.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Ready for the pros and the cons.
Throw up that. Stinger. You want to start off with the pros and cons, or you want me to?
You can go because I was busy doing all the prep work, so
Gotcha.
I didn't get to write down any of my notes.
No problem.
So I'm gonna have to probably steal yours.
Steal from mine. I figured what I wrote down, it's probably on the same level. If anything pops in your head, go for it. Jumanji: The Next Level. It is the same movie, but with some nice twists on many different levels. One of them, Jack Black had to, in the first movie, Welcome to Jungle, the 2017 one, he had to pretend to be a teenage girl, and now he's trying to be a teenage boy who's an athlete with an attitude problem. And I think he, in my opinion, he nails it.
Yeah,
yeah,
he does. I'm gonna say for me, and this is actually kind of rephrasing what I was just saying, where Dwayne, Jack, and Kevin,
yeah,
all get to act as someone different from the last movie, and they all, I think, pull it off really well.
No, that's one of my pros too. Dwayne, Jack, Kevin, they all had to be someone different in this movie than the last one, you know? Because in the first one, you know, Dwayne was being Spencer. This one, he's being Grandpa Eddie. And how he somehow, I don't know if he watched some old Taxi or Romancing the Stone or some other movies, or what's that show, Sunny in Philadelphia. But I think Dwayne did a good job channeling Danny DeVito and his attitude. The same thing where Kevin Hart channeled Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, yeah, and his mannerisms.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
So, you know, and it's great because, Kevin Hart plays Anthony Moose with that teenager with chip on his shoulder, and he does so well. And in this one, he's almost the complete opposite. He's so mellow and laid back because he's, they get sucked into the game, so their own personality is in them. They know who they are, even though they're in these avatar bodies with these strengths and weaknesses. Yeah. So once again, Karen pretty much plays the same character.
Yeah, she's like the only one, but she's still.
Well, there was a little bit of a switch up about second act or so with the Jumanji tree, but give me another pro.
Oh geez, you pretty much you've nailed them all. All the avatars. They get upgrades to their strengths and their weaknesses. Yeah, that was funny.
Cake is my weakness.
Yeah, and it's not just a weakness.
Yeah, I know.
Their weaknesses are what's going to get them killed.
Oh yeah, but especially when towards the third act and they're walking into the fortress and someone had a piece of cake and he just slapped that cake out. Just, bam! No cake.
No.
Oh yeah.
He's like, nope.
Yeah, I that's what I liked about this, because it's almost like a role-playing game with the traditional Dungeons and Dragons. When your character levels up, you get new bonuses. Some of those bonuses come with negative traits. So, in the first, like, Welcome to the Jungle, Rock's character had no weaknesses, and in this one he did have a weakness.
Yeah.
So everybody, it was an upgrade. What was it? Kevin Hart's character was linguistics. It's like, well, linguistics, what's that? And it's like, okay, most of us figured, okay, they might be speaking a foreign language and everything like that.
Camel is a foreign language.
Yeah, but it almost, he kind of went Eddie Murphy in this movie. And spoiler alert, Dr. Doolittle. He's talking to the camels. He's talking to, whatever. But it was sort of like, we kind of did some highlights on Welcome to the Jungle, like towards the third act of the 2017 Zoology B.
Yeah.
So I liked all the additions to their characters and weaknesses. And what did they gave Ruby Roundhouse an upgrade on nunchucks, and she just she found a pair of nunchucks in the third act, and she just.
Oh yeah. That was another one of her strengths.
Yeah.
That was a new strength.
Any other things?
Well,
I'm gonna throw up a picture of Grandpa Eddie and
let's see.
Milo Walker. I mean, for me, Danny Glover's.
Okay.
I tie him in with the Lethal Weapon franchise, but and him.
Oh hell no!
Well,
it did it again.
That's okay. That's another one of my pros.
Okay.
The new areas that they covered. There's the mountains, and then there's a desert. I think there's a desert picture in there somewhere. So I liked that they didn't picture in picture. There we go. And since we're on this the desert scene, let me throw in a super fun fact that when we watched all the extra stuff on the physical copy. Let me just scroll down, and Steph will appreciate this, and so will Jacob whenever he watches it. One of the fun facts is a second unit that was filming the desert scene east of San Diego, California, which we believe to be Glamis.
No, it is Glamis.
Okay.
They said it was.
Dwayne, Jack, Kevin, and Karen were shooting on a blue screen with the first unit, so they weren't even, they were in Hawaii while they were doing their filming scene, and you would never have known it.
Right.
You know, I believe it's the chasing with the ostriches. So once again, you got another like stampede,
Yeah.
which I guess at this point is a staple of the Jumanji franchise, because you had the whole herd of animals in the Robin Williams one. The last one, Welcome to the Jungle, you had the albino rhinos. So now you got these crazy super. I don't know. I know the ostriches aren't the most beautiful birds in the world, but somehow they made them look slightly less attractive, but mean as hell. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a stampede slash chasing. You know, it's almost as good for me. That scene, it's almost as good as the car chasing in Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
With the cars flying off the truck and stuff. So that's a little fun fact there. Let's scroll up the pros and cons. Let's see.
There's Milo and Eddie.
There we go. Not Danny Glover. The Dannys, like the Coreys.
Yeah.
Corey Philman and Corey Haim.
Haim, yeah.
Yeah. 80s reference there. Danny DeVito does great being grumpy guy, and I've known him since the TV days with Taxi and everything like that. Just short and grumpy with a huge chump. A huge chip on his shoulder. Got any more pros? Here's another one. You can throw up this picture. New bad guy, Jurgen the Brutal, who was stronger than Braveheart. Because you watch.
I didn't get that one.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. Well,
You told me never mind.
that is correct. Jurgen the Brutal, just big, hairy, barbarian-looking guy. When I first looked at him, he kind of reminded, for me, in the face, with the eyes and the nose, reminded me of Peter Sellers, because Peter Sellers did a lot of makeup and disguise stuff, like with the Pink Panther movies and some of his other movies. So, but I think his name was Rory McCann. So, I liked him. But yeah, he was in the first one and most of this one. The Rock, Smolder, Braveheart, just I mean, he's almost like Superman or the Hulk. You know, he just slaps everybody. You know, so it's nice to see that they gave him someone that he couldn't just easily push around. You know.
Yeah.
So I like that. Let's see what else. Oh, here's another. I have no idea why someone.
You say hi. You're live.
Hi, you're live on SequelCentric. What's going on?
Live with SequelCentric.
Hello, caller.
Usually we don't take calls, but what's going on?
I am calling to ask why you have not reviewed some of the new shows that are on TV. They're spin-offs from other TV shows.
Well, post that in the chat and I'll answer it at the end of the show. Thank you. Goodbye. Sorry about that. Another one of my pros is the bonus content on the physical copy. There's some that you got the bloopers, you got a whole bunch of stuff that you can learn. Another little pro for me is there's a little bit of a tease for the next Jumanji movie at the post-credit scene, which, you know, if some of the rumors on the internet are true, then supposedly Jumanji is gonna be coming back out into the real world, which is a nice tie back to the 1995 version.
So you guys want to see Jurgen?
Let's say Jurgen the Brutal.
Jurgen.
There he is.
Yeah, he's a big burly dude.
With the once again, they gotta get another stone like in the first movie, except for this one's like yellowish, reddish, and the other one was green. And one more positive pro that I think you have the picture. If not, that's okay. BB Newirth having a cameo role, and she's reprising the character Aunt Nora
Yeah.
from the 1995, which is one of my cons because I couldn't believe it. I didn't make the connection. Yeah, I mean, you basically had to tell me, and I'm like, and I felt really stupid.
Well, it's not hard.
So,
Love you.
you got any other pros before we go into cons?
Meh, not really.
Okay, this is a pro plus a con for me. Grandpa Eddie he gets everybody killed due to the huge chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. But, it's... See, Grandpa Eddie... Yeah, that's true. Although for a second I was thinking Grandpa Eddie was a different character. But, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he does. He's just got this problem with the world and...
Well, it's...
his life experiences, and he's kind of taking it out on everybody.
Well, I mean, it's something you don't... you eventually find out is, once again, these two characters, like in Welcome to the Jungle, the two characters that inhabit, Rock and Kevin Hart, Braveheart, and what's Kevin Hart's character's name? Besides the nickname, the Moose. Doesn't matter.
Can't remember.
Both movies, these two characters, they have some beef with one another, right? But you get a little bit of the backstory with Grandpa Eddie and Milo Walker. It's like they were business partners for like 30 years. They owned a restaurant, and then Milo and Danny Glover's character, Milo Walker, he decided, you know what? After 30 years, I want to sell the business. I want to spend some time with my wife. I want to go see the world, and that just created a huge rift because, Danny DeVito's character, Grandpa Eddie, he wasn't ready. He's that type of guy's like, you work, and then you just work until you die. So he has that huge chip on his shoulder, which once again adds an interesting dynamic and friction between the two characters in the game, And what's great about this movie, which goes back to my pro, by adding these two new characters and they put them in there because they've never played video games. They have no idea what they're doing. And Fridge inhabits, oh my God, Sheldon, the map guy.
Yeah.
The one with the pill helmet, Jack Black's character.
Yeah.
Nobody wants, once again, oh no.
Oh, I'm the fat white guy.
Yeah, exactly. They're dissing on Jack Black. So, Fridge is Jack Black's character, and, Martha is Ruby Roundhouse, and they've already played the game, so they know what they need to do, right?
He should be happy. At least Kate can't kill him this time.
True. But he's so used to being, even when he was, the Kevin Hart character in the first movie, he was still, even though he was slow was one of his weakness, and it still is in this movie, at least he was fat, he was fit, and he had that huge backpack that was like the Mary Poppins bag, like anything you pull out, bolt cutters, a bazooka, I mean, which is another, interesting thing about this little thing. So he's like starting to do, he's trying to get in shape. He's not happy because he's once again overweight and slow,
Yeah.
So for the Fridge, he was in that other body, so he knew what to expect. So he's in this new body, so he's got to figure out everything new again. But at least he's played the game. So, they're trying to get Grandpa Eddie and Milo on board, let them know, hey, we got to find Spencer, yada, 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 and that's why for me, it adds another level of what is already, I mean, if you found the first one so amusing, this one will just, in my opinion, ups the game. Cons. Talking about body swapping. Did you want to read that one?
Freaky Friday?
Yeah,
no,
Freaky Friday.
Go ahead.
You can read that one.
No.
Okay. Well, there is a point in the movie where they have to go get this Jumanji fruit or whatever, and it's around this whole bunch of water with like, I wouldn't say electricity, but you can see doesn't look normal. And Ruby Roundhouse falls in the water, and she comes out, and then
they touch hands.
Yeah, they touch hands, and they swap bodies. So now Fridge is all happy because he's got this athletic, kick-ass body.
Yeah.
And Martha's upset because once again, nobody wants to be the Jack Black character. But yeah, it would have been interesting. It was great to see that, but they because Fridge was just so gung ho, he's bouncing off the walls and he falls in the water, and they swap bodies back, which disappointed me because I would have liked to have seen how Martha was gonna figure out how to use the Jack Black character, Sheldon, the professor. The professor. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I really didn't have any cons.
But
that's probably because I'm easily entertained.
Mm-hmm. I was just kind of.
Most of the time I'm here and the dogs entertain me. So.
Well, yeah, but I'm just trying to think of some cons that some other people might think. Another one is, once again, you had.
Okay, there's a con for me.
Okay.
I thought the point of the show was to express our opinion, not what we think other people.
Okay, good point. So, the switch up water was conveniently placed near the bad guy's fortress, where everybody jumped in the water and they swapped. Because even when everybody got sucked into the game, Bethany was left behind because a quick little intro at the beginning. Everybody graduated from high school. They're all doing their own things. They were coming back home for Christmas. But Spencer was just feeling insecure again, so he wasn't answering the messages to anybody, and he just decided he wanted to go back into the game. And the other three, Martha, Fridge, and Bethany, couldn't fathom why Spencer would go back into the game, because all the stuff they went through, because technically they did die, but fortunately it's a video game, so they had 3 lives. Why would he? And so that's why they went in to go save him. But because it was busted a little bit, their characters, the game decided to pull in Grandpa Eddie, Milo Walker, and then everybody got a body. But Bethany wanted to help too, so she goes back and gets a hold of Alex. Wait, what was the guy's name? The teenager got sucked in 1996 from the first movie.
I think so, Alex.
So she goes to the only resource that she knows, so they go back in, and Alex gets to be the fighter pilot again, who's played by which Jonas brother?
Nick
Jonas, and she's a horse, which is great because Kevin Hart's character, linguistics, can understand her, so that's that comes into play. So when they got in the third act, and there's the bad guy's fortress, and there just happen to be a body of water, and everybody's in the bodies they want to be. Spencer is in Professional Bravehearts, and he's not in Bravestone. Bravestone, and he's not, because when they finally run into Spencer, he's a female character.
Yeah.
Which I can't remember her name. Kate. Ming.
Yeah.
Throw up the character picture again. So I just thought that was too convenient. They also, another negative, there's Bethany, the horse, in the lower left, and Ming is right above her in the middle. And then Nick Jonas is at the top left. So I did like the inclusion of the horse character and the Ming character. I kind of liked that.
Yeah, and she was a pickpocket. Thief.
Between all these movies, let me ask you this, Pinjin. Do you think the board game is a sentient being?
It could be, since it changed from a board game to a video game.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the puzzle. It kind of reminds me of the puzzle box in Hellraiser. It's like, but it sends out the drums, so it catches someone's ears, and then they play, and in this version they get sucked into the game. What up, Jojo?
Somebody wants dinner,
Where's my dinner? Um,
or they want to be let out.
the game, I think the movie might have relied too much on special effects. What about you? Well, they had to, especially. How are you going to get a whole bunch of ostriches to chase you in the
or
desert?
the mandrels.
Yeah. That
was intense.
Yeah. It's like, it's CGI, but I mean, I got like that version gave me real Indiana Jones vibes because with the bridge and everything. And that's basically all of the pros and cons that I have. You got any other cons or anything?
Yeah. You want?
Come here, Jojo. Come here.
Come here. We have a special guest.
Oh, here we go. Someone's hungry for dinner.
Say hi to your friends out there in
Look at the
the
camera.
interwebs.
Hey, looking at the camera. Look at me.
Say hi.
I'm the best dog in the world. We'll feed you in a minute. In a minute.
I don't care about feeding. I'm gonna go pee on something.
Throw up this pic if you got it. Another fun fact that I found on the internet. This movie, Jumanji: Welcome to the Next Level, is considered the fourth in the Jumanji franchise because apparently Zethra, a space adventure, which was released in 2005 on the 10th anniversary of the 1995 Jumanji. Yes, Deadpool.
No, she said above it.
What?
She can call you again.
I'm fine. I won't pick up the phone. Talking about Deadpool there, Steph. Superhero landing and the Jumanji Welcome to the Level. There you go. Superhero landing.
Welcome to the next level.
No. The Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh,
Remember when she got bit by the snake and she fell out of the sky?
Oh.
Hand of the road, and then she did the superhero landing.
Yeah.
Steph's all about superhero landings and Deadpool. Circling back around. This Zethra movie is in the Jumanji universe, but most people don't know it's there because it was the only sequel to the Robin Williams Jumanji until 2017. That movie plays a lot like the 95 version where they played the board game. The two brothers play the board game and all the crazy stuff happens, but in space. So if you like the first Jumanji movie, that's good. Plus that is also based on a book by Chris Van Allsburg.
What?
Oh. Now let's talk about if it's sequels.
Uh-oh. Does a sequel?
Throw up the stinger.
Yeah, I'm going.
Since I've been hogging all the camera time, I'll let you go first.
For me, yes, it does because, and they titled it really well, The Next Level.
Yep.
So they go back into the game.
Yep.
And they have all of the, new abilities, new weaknesses, and it's a different, same game, different adventure, just like, like any of the video games that you play. Like for me right now, you are playing Metroid Dread.
True.
And same game, different,
Actually, if you say that, you know what this reminds me of is because you played Horizon Zero Dawn, and Horizon Forbidden West is coming out shortly. So you got the same character,
different,
new location, new stuff, but overall it's the same game.
It's the same game.
The new
She's
locations.
gonna have new abilities, new new enemies and all that. So for me, it does. It sequels.
I'm with you on this one as well. It does sequel for me. It builds on the last two films. Plus, it also makes another connection of the 1995 version with Aunt Nora, which is, for me, it's nice. They're not forcing it. It felt just right. I mean, when they first made a comment about we're going to meet Nora's for breakfast, I'm like, okay. It just went right over my head.
Right,
but it wasn't until at the end of the movie where you see her sit down and everything. And I'm like, I know that actress from Cheers, playing Lilith. But it wasn't until we're talking about during the credits, we're like, no, that's Aunt Nora from the first one. I'm like, oh, duh.
Well, and then they tied it to the 95 movie again when they're in the jungle and they're in the fort that Alan Parrish built, and his name was carved into the branch where he lived for how many years? 26 years?
Yeah.
Or...
So, yeah. Well, yeah. So these two movies make a nod of the first one without like really going overboard, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but the great thing about these two movies is you don't have to watch the 95 one to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's, this one, you do have to watch the 2017 version to watch this one, but overall, you don't have to. If you just want to watch these versions, you don't want to watch the
OG
version.
They're not. If you have seen the 95 version, they are nice little Easter eggs.
Easter eggs, and it does add a little flavor, an extra bit of spice to it.
Yeah.
Yes. Plus, in my opinion, this is a great popcorn flick that you can watch during any holiday, a random weekend, or anytime during the year.
Yeah.
So,
rainy day.
Yeah. So I personally, I can't wait to see the next Jumanji, whatever they call it, the final level, whatever they're going to call it. Because I think Jake Kasdan he's proven himself that not only did he take a dormant franchise for so long and knocked it out of the park with the 2017 version, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, he came back and he upped the game. And for me, and I'm going to jump ahead, I'm going to roll right into my verdict. For me, I find I enjoy it just a little bit more. Not like for me, like I feel Empire is better than A New Hope Star Wars, or like Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance is better than Die Hard 2, but it does bring it to the next level, no pun intended. And so it's just he did such a great job. So I can't wait to see the third movie. So my verdict, since I'm already blabbing, is buy it. Whether it's on physical media or you just buy it off of what your on your choice of online.
Download it.
Whether it's Apple or Sony, wherever you buy it, it's definitely. I would tell you to buy it on physical and get all that extra bonus content. Each of the little bonus content's about 30 minutes or less, and it just adds more. Just gives you a whole. If you like that, if you just like that sort of stuff, which I do, that's one of the reasons why I've always been a movie buff. So when DVDs started coming out and they added all that extra stuff. Even if they just add blooper reels, for me, it goes back to watching the blooper reels at the end of Cannonball Run and Smokey and the Bandit. It's just, them trying to say the lines and messing it up. And it's always nice to see your favorite actors flub a line,
Right. Because they don't get it perfect the first time.
Yeah.
But
the blooper reels on this one with Hart is just hilarious. It's just.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Yeah. What's your verdict?
I'm with you. Buy it. I mean, if you enjoyed the first one, if any of them, I would say buy it. We do own the 95 version.
Yeah.
And
when
I saw Welcome to the Jungle, when I saw the trailer for Welcome to the Jungle, I was like, oh God, what are they doing? But like you said, the director, he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
And the way that he does tie it to the 95 version.
Very subtly.
Very subtly. But enough to where you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It works. And he did the same thing with Next Level. So, I mean, for me, I would buy it.
Okay.
I would have it in my physical media.
Throw up the final verdict on the screen.
Final verdict, guys. Oh, nope, not that one. My bad.
Okay, it's official. Buy it. Before we roll into our sponsor, let's go quickly back to the chat. Anything interesting going on in the chat?
No. Brother Tucker saw her granddog. And your sister's being random.
She went from Deadpool to Hunger Games.
Yeah, and then she said something about, she said no, so I'm guessing she's still stuck on it doesn't sequel.
That's fine. It doesn't have to sequel. That's the great thing about this. This is our opinion. If you think that Jumanji: The Next Level is a shiny turd, then I don't have to agree with you. That's your opinion. It totally entertained me, and like I said earlier, I'd watch it any random Wednesday, and I'd watch it again.
Yep.
I like the dynamic of how Hart and Johnson interact with one another in both movies. So it's going to be interesting to see how they act in the third one. And Jack Black nails whatever person he's trying to challenge, whether it was the teenage girl or the football player or whatever. Sorry. So yeah.
There goes the Neanderthal.
We will put up a post, since Steph has thrown up the Hunger Games. Maybe for March or April, we'll put up a poll somewhere. See if, and we'll put down a couple of movie sequels and see if we'll put a vote to it. Because I know normally we pick the things, and this one tied in with Winter Emus because it's a video game. But March we already got everything planned out for February. Our next movie review is one that Sandy picked, which I didn't think about.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
cool.
February is about love, whether it's love between friends or husband and wife or
whatever.
Wife and wife, husband and husband, whatever your dynamic is.
Life mate.
Yeah. We're gonna review City Slickers 2.
Oh yeah.
Which is another great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, hadn't seen that one in a long time, but good call on that one. Okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you for hanging in there, watching us for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or the whole length. Thanks for calling in there, Stiffy.
Stiffy.
Watch out if Stuffy's got a stiffy. You hear that there, Scott? Watch out if your wife's got a stiffy. Check out our other content on YouTube. We got a lot of stuff.
More stuff stimpy than you're limpy.
Okay there, smart ass. Making me crack out the A words on this family-friendly podcast. If you like this, we've done other movie reviews, me and Sandy and me and Duff. Go to Patreon, like we said at the beginning, if you want some more exclusive stuff, like the real, true sequel to A Christmas Story, which is A Summer Story. It's it's worth $1. And thank you for listening. Plus, we're on all the major podcasting apps, whether it's Podbean or Pandora, Apple, Spotify, all that other good stuff.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, sorry.
Well, until next time, I just have to ask you one question, Sandy.
What? Does it sequel?
Bye. I think that was over an hour, wasn't it? I don't even know when we started.